Jinshi is always calm, always beautiful, always distant. For a long time, he feels like a decoration, someone important but not dangerous. But season 2 slowly shows something else. Jinshi had power the whole time, he just didn't use it. And when he finally does, someone has already been hurt. Today, I want to talk about Jinshi, not as a love interest, but as someone who waited too long to act, because sometimes not acting is still a choice. Before we start, we need to understand where Jinshi stands. Jinshi lives in the inner court, a place full of rules, a place full of silence. He looks like a eunuch. He acts harmless, he keeps himself small, but he isn't powerless. He has access, he has authority, he has the Emperor's trust, and most importantly, he understands the system. Still, he chooses restraint. He believes that using power is dangerous, that acting openly causes harm, that staying quiet is safer. At least that's what he tells himself. This belief shapes everything he does, and that leads us to the first point. Jinshi waits. He watches problems grow, he lets others handle things, he stays in the background. To him, this feels moral. If he doesn't interfere, he doesn't abuse power. If he stays quiet, he doesn't become like the people before him. But season 2 shows something important. Waiting does not stop harm. It only delays responsibility. We see this clearly across the rear palace. Danger builds slowly, rumors spread, people get hurt quietly. And Jinshi knows, he notices patterns, he understands threats, but he keeps choosing distance, not because he can't act, but because he's afraid of what acting means, and that choice has consequences. Eventually, the consequences stop being abstract, they become personal. Everything changes when Maomao is taken. This moment is crucial. Maomao isn't just a servant, she's someone Jinshi trusts, someone he relies on, someone he protects quietly. When she is abducted, his restraint breaks. For the first time, waiting is no longer acceptable. Jinshi finally uses his position. He gives orders, he pushes authority, he stops hiding behind politeness, and the shift is immediate. Things move faster, people listen, doors open, the truth becomes clear. He could have done this before. That realization hurts, because Maomao's suffering did not come from lack of power, it came from delay. This is where Jinshi's regret turns real. This hesitation isn't random, it reflects how power worked in historical imperial courts. In systems like ancient China, power was dangerous to show openly, especially in the inner court. Acting too directly could mean suspicion, political enemies, exile, execution. People survived by appearing harmless. Eunuchs, servants, and inner officials were expected to manage quietly, not command loudly. Visibility invited danger, so restraint became a survival skill. Jinshi didn't just fear making mistakes, he feared becoming visible. He feared stepping into the role that history destroys first. That's why waiting felt safe. That's why silence felt moral. But history also shows something else. When power hides too long, it protects systems, not people. And Jinshi learns that lesson the hard way. After this moment, there is no returning to silence. After this point, Jinshi is different. He no longer plays the harmless role. He stops pretending to be decoration. He stops hiding behind beauty and charm. He acts as himself, not loudly, not violently, but clearly. He accepts that power is part of him, and avoiding it only causes damage. This is also where his identity starts to crack. The mask of Jinshi can't hold anymore. He cannot stay in the shadows forever. Season 2 makes this clear. Power unused still shapes outcomes. Silence still creates victims. And Jinshi finally understands that. But understanding doesn't erase damage. Jinshi is not a villain. He didn't act out of cruelty. He didn't ignore others on purpose. He waited because he was afraid of becoming like the past, afraid of using power wrongly. But the story is honest. Good intentions do not cancel consequences. Maomao survives, the situation resolves, but scars remain. Jinshi learns something painful. Using power too late is still a failure. This video is a part of a larger series about the Apothecary Diaries Season 2. Each video I do looks at one character, or one idea, or some one quiet truth or thing, so you can watch the previous ones in any order. So if you want to see that, definitely support me please with hitting that sub button, liking, commenting. Thanks for watching and take care.